Hello, my name's Jasmine and this is Georgie. She is my coastal carpet python. So in Australia we have a lot of venomous snakes that can cause us a lot of harm and even kill us if we don't get help. But she's a python, so she doesn't have venom, she doesn't have fangs that inject venom, but she does have 200 backwards facing teeth. And that's so when she grabs onto her prey, they cannot get out. She's also got a forked tongue. So if you see, she'll be sticking out her tongue and she's actually smelling and tasting the air. So we smell with our nose, she smells with her tongue, and it's forked. A lot of people know that. That's because she can smell in both directions at exactly the same time. So she knows exactly which way her mouse has gone. On the underside of her mouth, she has little heat sensing pits. So they actually are what helps her see. We've all seen in documentaries how they see heat. So they see the yellow and red of a mouse running past them. They don't have good eyesight. All they see is that heat sensation and movements and vibrations. They can feel that. So if we put our hands near a snake's face, we do that. They see movement, they see heat, they think it's a mouse, okay? So these guys, they won't hurt you unless they're threatened. Snakes are they're not man-eaters. They don't see us as food. We're way too big for them. They only bite because they're scared. They can't scratch, they can't push you away, they can't kick. All they can do is bite. They're not too territorial, they don't chase us. It's totally a myth. The only reason brown snakes do that is to get you away from their burrows, because they go into burrows to keep themselves safe, okay? So Georgie here, she's 15, she's only half grown, she's going to get twice as long, twice as fat as this, so she's going to be a very big girl. She's like a little puppy dog because she's been hand raised. She's very, very tame. She also has something near her cloaca that's very interesting. So a lot of people don't realise this, but snakes used to have legs. They've evolved to not have legs because it's beneficial to them, because they have such a long body, but she has the remnants of legs. So if you look closely near a snake's cloaca, they have two little spurs. The males use this for mating, but also they have a nail, a leg bone, a thigh bone, and a pelvis underneath their skin. So that's just shrunken up there because they don't use them anymore. So that's very, very interesting. Alright, so that's Georgie. This is Popcorn. Popcorn is an albino Darwin carpet python. So like Georgie, he doesn't have fangs, he doesn't have poison, but he still has those 200 backwards facing teeth. So this guy, he's an albino, so what that means is that naturally he would look just like Georgie. He would have those brown and black patterns in his skin to help him camouflage in the trees. But what happens is when they're born, there's actually a little bit of an accident and they're missing that gene to give them colours, so they're albino. They can't camouflage in the wild anymore. So in the wild, this guy, he wouldn't even live to about 1. He'd pretty much get eaten straight away by birds and other animals that eat snakes. So he's pretty lucky that he lives with us. They're very, very popular in the captive bred populations because, as you can see, he's so beautiful. He's got lovely colouring around his face and his body. So they were really rare at the start when people saw them. They were going for about $2,000 per snake. Now they're very, very common. People saw that avenue to make money, so they go for about $600 because they're so common. But they actually have really weak immune systems. A lot of people don't realise that. Because it was an accident in their genes, they are susceptible to disease, tumours, sicknesses. This little guy, Popcorn, we've only had him for about 2 months. He's already had scale rot. So that means it's a disease that they get from humidity or stress can give it to them. And we had to inject him with antibiotics for at least a month. The really cool thing about this guy is he didn't bite us once, and we were injecting him with antibiotics and fluids every day. So we can see how good of a snake he is. He's pretty cool.